I don't know if I can get through this with just holding this microphone or not, so I'm going to try to set it up here. Can y'all hear me okay? Thanks, Mr. Cummings, for having me. It is an honor to be here. My family has been in this valley since school opened, and we watched with excitement as each one of these additions were built. All of my kids have attended Jim Darcy. Steph, my oldest, is getting her accounting degree at the University of Providence. Seamus is at Virginia Military Institute, is off to officer training school this summer. He would like to become a pilot. I believe Jim Darcy had a huge influence on this decision. Trinity, my youngest, will be going into 8th grade here in Helena. And Belle Taylor, my great niece, is actually going to school here at Jim Darcy, and we're going to be in the new school next year. Mr. Cummings was supposed to give me a little thing out of the time capsule that my daughter Stephanie had written back in 1997, but he got me through that. But it said something about her being racing horses when she got older. And right now she's been on scholarship with the University of Providence for 5 years, and she is barrel racing in their health and safety school. So kids, if you can dream it now, it can happen. Keep chasing your dreams. I was in 2nd grade when this north addition was built. I could not wait until I could get into the new big kid end of the school. You're messing me up really bad now. It says my name is Stephanie Bartmess. I'm 7 years old. In 2019, I will be a horse racer. I like to ride my horses. And she is still riding her horses, guys. So anyway, in 2nd grade, I was in this, oh, and she made a picture on the back. I didn't realize I was on the back of it. That was pretty cool, huh? In 2nd grade, this north addition was built. I couldn't wait to get into the new big kid end of the school. Only 4th, 5th, and 6th graders were allowed in that end, and it was kind of an honor to get up there and get into there. So to say the least, I am incredibly humbled that you asked me to speak today. But with pride, I will try to take you through a few memories that are dear to me and some of my friends. When Mr. Cummings called me, I was in the car driving to Spokane with 3 of my favorite people, Chris Hanford, James Sheridan, and Kellen Ferry. All 4 of us attended Jim Darcy and had many memories to share. Tetherball, kickball, basketball, football, mercy, bloody knuckles, playing with the giant parachute in front of the gym, atomic dropping off the monkey bars, first crushes, Halloween costume contests and carnivals, fighting over the whistle chairs in Miss Ridgway's library. And I think I see you back there. Field trips to Lewis and Clark Tavern, Field Day, Ag Day. A couple of my favorite memories are the time I spent with my friends. Chris and I sitting on top of the monkey bars, listening to John Lennon and Yoko Ono, trying to imagine our futures. James and I playing Mercy at the back of the school, neither one of us wanting to give in. We were pretty competitive back then. Competing at Field Day, knowing that Kim Holstein would beat us in any race. Speaking of Kim, we also knew that if we played tetherball against her sister Colette, we were sure to lose. We used to play marbles. And if you played Chris, he would always have a Steely, a big metal ball bearing. Everyone wanted that Steely, but Chris would almost always win, and when he hit your glass marble, it'd usually break into pieces. And he's got a little smile on his face back there, and that's the same exact smile he had when he broke his marble. We spoke of all of our teachers, Mr. Goble, Mr. Tipton, Mrs. Weber. Mrs. Lithgow, Mrs. Marble, Mr. Hanson, Miss Paradise, who would become Mrs. Tuss, Mrs. Sharp, Mrs. Martinelli. Sorry about this, guys. It is not class. And the greatest first grade teacher of my generation, Mrs. Ann Corden, one of the sweetest ladies I've ever seen. And I'm the youngest of all my siblings, we all had the pleasure of having her as our teacher. All of these teachers I mentioned, as you can tell, had a significant influence on my life. And I was fortunate to have Mr. Woolley as my principal back then. He and this paddle had a pretty huge influence on my life also. Almost made me cry as bad as I am right now. I asked Mr. Cummings if he would put that in the new school in the trophy case to memorialize it, but he did not like that idea. I also asked him to come up and I would demonstrate on it, and he didn't like that idea either. Kellen is a bit younger than us other guys when we were driving. I had the pleasure of coaching him and many other kids in the valley, and now he's the general manager of my store. Sometime you should ask him about the catch as it relates to small fry football. It's a wonderful memory for me. Not so much for him, but it's a great thing, okay? When I started reminiscing about small fry football and thinking about what made Jim Darcy so unique, I thought about something I used to ask all my players. What makes Valley Boys tough? The answer I was looking for was dirt. Yeah. The same dirt that we're blessed to stand on today, it is sacred to me. The blood, sweat, and tears that this dirt is holding and will continue to hold will not change, even though the kids and faculty may move on. Buildings get torn down and rebuilt. This dirt will be here, holding all the sacrifice and hard work that has gone on in this valley since 1965 when Jim Darcy was founded. You see, we never seemed to have the advantages of what the town kids had. I remember when we got our first baseball field out here on Peterson's Ranch. The backstop was made of chicken wire and old rough-cut lumber. No grass, just dirt and weeds. But it was our field and we were proud to play on it. The same was true when we put the first tracker on the back of the school. It wasn't pretty, but again, it was ours to run on, and the supposed grass in the middle of the track, well, let's just say it was our dirt to play on. I asked Kellen if he was still pretty close with all his friends from Jim Darcy. He told me they speak all the time. It is amazing to me that through the generations, how many of us Valley kids have stuck together. The best I can figure is that we have this common bond of great teachers, past and present. And this dirt we have all played on, cried on, and bled in. When I was 20, I decided to box professionally. At my first fight down in Butte, when I was going to get up into the ring, there were the four men who had helped me teach me life lessons here at Jim Darcy. Mr. Tipton, Mr. Goebel, Mr. Hanson, and Mr. Woolley were there to support me. It meant a lot, and I think it signifies what kind of spirit and unity this school has meant and will mean to generations to come. I truly believe the grade school is the most influential education these kids will receive. Through the hard work and dedication of us all, we have built a facility that will house all of our children again under one roof. Mr. Cummings, you and your staff have done an outstanding job and filled some big shoes of prior administrations and faculty. Keep instilling this sense of unity and pride to all these children. As we turn this new chapter, we have this big, beautiful new school built on sacred dirt. And I am sure that all of the faculty and students are as excited as I was to get into this new facility. I challenge you all to remember where we have come from and the sacrifices we have made, never forgetting the unity and pride like I have had since I was a kid. I am Steve Bartmess. I am a Valley boy, and I am so proud to be a Jim Darcy Mustang. Thank you very much.